Hi guys, tonight I'm gonna make some carnivore nut and bolts. I'm a huge chip lover by nature, popcorn lover, and so when I started keto, I'd have a ton of cheese crackers and veggie chips on hand, and then when I started carnivore, I had made a ton of carnivore nut and bolts to have on hand. I don't make it that often anymore because I have adapted and I don't snack as much, but I really like to have it for things like Christmas, and being that it's Christmas, I'm gonna make a big batch. And or if I have company coming over, sometimes I make it. I don't make it to snack on that much anymore. So let's get started. I have some leftover pork rinds in this big Costco sized tub that I'm gonna add. And some of you may know my original recipe from Instagram. I had mixed up my pork rinds that I used in the carnivore nut and bolts. I don't have a mixture of pork rinds to use today. So all these little pieces from the old container will work as my second kind. I'm gonna add some from my new container now. And you're gonna wanna preheat your oven to 250. I forgot to say that. 250 degrees Fahrenheit. So these are some nothing but cheese crackers I have. They're the little packs, but I do have the original cheddar in a bigger pack. So I have the cheddar and then these little Monterey Jack ones. So they're all gonna go in. And then I've got some Parmesan wisps here. So, I know, you're thinking pepperoni, right? I'm gonna put pepperoni in the carnivore nut and bolts. This is a no sugar dry pepperoni. It's very thin, but when we roast this nut and bolt mixture in the oven, it's at a low heat over a longer period. So it kind of dries the pepperoni out. I don't wanna say like a beef jerky, but almost like a, pepperoni cracker. So you're not gonna have this nut and bolt mixture with this like soggy pepperoni in it. It will dry out, almost be like a cracker or a chip. So I've got these little pepperonis too. I'm really excited to use these in here. I've never had the little pepperonis for the nut and bolts. I've done the bigger pepperonis, but never the little ones. So we are gonna get a nice variety of different textures in this carnivore nut and bolts. Okay, I think I've got it all there. And then I've got some ready-made bacon from Costco. And again, this is the same idea as the pepperoni. It will dry out because we're going for a long period of time at a low heat. And we are gonna cut bacon pieces into our mixture. So we're gonna put this off to the side. In my bowl, I've got about like 3 tablespoons of butter, maybe a bit more, give or take. Again, this is by feel. So I'm gonna melt this down with my spices of choice. I'm going to play around a lot with the seasoning on this mixture. I think in my original one, I had like 2 tablespoons of garlic. My taste buds have simmered down since I originally made this recipe. So I'm actually gonna use 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. And this will be to taste. So if you don't like garlic and wanna leave it out, leave it out. If you don't like, this is onion powder. I'm gonna do a half a teaspoon of onion powder. I'm gonna do a half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. Maybe that's just over a half. Half a teaspoon of real salt. This is a rougher pepper. It's not so fine, about half a teaspoon. This is a pre-made seasoning blend that I have, a seasoning salt. I don't have a YouTube video for it, but it's like one of my, like 3rd IG videos on Instagram, but I'm just gonna add a little bit of it. Put some of this liquid smoke melt this in the microwave. Give me a second. Okay guys, I melted it up. You can see it's you can see all those spices and stuff in there. So now I'm going to drizzle it over my mixture. There's quite a bit of spices there. I'm gonna add just another tablespoon of butter and melt it up. Okay, so I melted that. I'm just working those spices in. So a lot of this recipe is by feel. Like I said, you basically want the spices that you want and your butter to go over the mixture, right? And you want to make sure your mixture is kind of coated because that's what's going to give it the flavor you want to. So now, again, this is not a measured step. I'm gonna shred cheese into my mixture, mix it up, and then shred some more cheese on top. Again, oh my gosh. The mixture is cooked at a long, low heat, so this cheese will go crunchy. Kind of like how it's dried out and crunchy on a bread roll. It's not gonna be sticky or chewy or moist after this mixture is done and cooled. Okay, so this is quite full. Generally, I would do it shallower. For the sake of the video, I'm just putting it in one tin. It is quite thick. It's going in the oven now at, oh, see, I'm missing a cracker. It's gonna go in at 250 degrees Fahrenheit. And this can go anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. I just like to judge by the pepperoni and the bacon. So I'll check it at about 30 minutes and show you guys what that looks like. Okay guys, it has been just over a half an hour and I was busy doing something. So I'm gonna give it a good stir. If it wasn't so full, I'd say shake your pan every 20 to 30 minutes. I got busy doing something, so I'm already not listening to my own advice, but you just want to keep mixing it around so that, I don't know if you can see all that grease on the bottom there. Get some of the drier pieces. You can already see some of that cheese is hardening, but some is still clumping together there. It will harden the longer the cooking time goes on. The pepperoni is still soft. The bacon is still soft. Some of these pieces are really big. I just want to break them down a bit. So I'm going to put it back in the oven now, and I'll show you in another 20 to 30 minutes. Oh, okay guys, it's been another half hour, and this smells so good. There's still a lot of grease down there, so I'm going to try to move this. Some pieces are getting pretty brown. I'm probably just gonna turn the heat down to 200 and go another 15 minutes, and then I'll pull it out. Okay. It's pretty good. You can see there's that little bit of grease on the bottom of the pan, so I just want to move this around a bit. And my pepperonis are hard now, and I guess I should say dried out, and my bacon. So now we just let this completely cool. I'm going to mix it here and there while it's cooling, just so we get all that flavor from the bottom. And then after it's completely cool, you would store it in an airtight container. I do a Ziploc bag. This stays in my pantry. It's usually eaten up pretty quick, so I'm not worried about the pepperoni or the bacon sitting out. It doesn't have to be in the fridge. I mean, I don't think I'd go more than a week. Just like when you buy a pizza bun from the bakery, have those few days before it expires. This is the same concept, so I'm not worried. I keep it in a Ziploc bag, airtight, but you do have to wait for it completely to cool down and dry out before you bag it, because you don't want moisture in the bag. So I'll show you that. Okay guys, it is completely cooled down. Just wanted to show you that the cheese is hard and it's all throughout. It just gives the nut and bolt texture. All the pepperonis are hard and they're like chip-like. It tastes delicious. We'll see if it will fit in a big Ziploc bag. I might have to do 2 bags. That is it. Now I'm gonna seal it. I'll leave this in the pantry till Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. We actually don't have a lot of company coming over because we're not allowed this year. But I'm happy I have this ready to go. Like I said, it will be done in a couple days, so I'm not worried about it staying in the pantry. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And also, if you try the Carnivore Nut and Bolts, let me know. And yeah, the possibilities are endless on what you want to add. If you want to keep it carnivore, you can. If you want to add nuts and almonds and stuff, you could go keto carnivore. I've kept it carnivore. You could switch up your cheeses. I had some shredded Parmesan I could have thrown in there too, but kept it pretty basic. So if you put something else in it that's interesting, let me know. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, guys. And that's it. So thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.